Hey, I hope y'all can hear me. I haven't done this in a while, but I hope y'all can hear me. Let me check my other phone. Yep, you can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm getting ready to drive to work, so I'm not gonna be looking. I'm not gonna be looking anyway. Maybe I'll turn it off. But anyway, whether I have one person, 10 people, or nobody on here, this is just something I wanted to talk about. And I don't want to do it on somebody else's platform who believes different than what I believe or whatever. Let me turn my air down so it don't blow on the phone. So as you can see, my title is about narcissist, narc NPD. And my question is this, because I truly believe certain things, because like I said, I don't tell a lot of people, but I've worked in mental health. I've even went to school for psychology and mental health. Anywho, needless to say, I just have a question. And I don't know if anybody else feels this way. If you don't, that's fine. If they do, that's fine too. I I noticed that the word narcissist or narc or however the word is given plural, like past tense, present, whatever, one, two, three, many years, part, whatever, traits, tendencies, whatever. Um, I wonder, is that the way that I feel that it's being used is that it's just a blanket um diagnosis, name, definition, whatever you want to call it, for bad behavior or bad people or people who just don't give a damn about anybody else's feelings. And we're putting it into something as though it's a disorder when in actuality it's just people who don't give a fuck. And that's because of how things are changing in the world today, how people are being raised, or what they're taught, or the things that they see. Like there's no morals or any values from like back in the day when the families used to raise us different. My main thing that I always grew up on, and it caused me to go through so much with narcs or narcissistic people or people with the tendencies or traits, is I believe you do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Um, I said that because I've noticed that people have this I don't care, I say what I want to say, can't nobody tell me what to say attitude. I don't know if it's a lack of respect, a lack of entitlement, a lack of I do what I want to do. But it's like, at what point will we hold the people accountable for their behavior opposed to trying to group them into some type of disorder? I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe it has anything to do with a disorder. I believe it has something to do with just how you decide to behave. You know what I mean? And then we try to group it into the disorder. It could not be that. It could be an actual disorder. But as I said, I read in, what is it, Duke.org or health.org. You're not born with it. So it's not a mental disorder. Um, Technically, it's based off of your environment. I guess you could say something like that in that way. Or like I said, how you were raised. And then I say that because the way that people are raised now, it's babies raising babies, or grandmas raising babies, but the grandmas want to go party because they didn't already raise their babies. So it's like this long ass continued situation that keeps going on and going on. You got the mom and the grandma in the club together, shaking ass, turning trick, just doing all kind of whack stuff, opposed to instilling values and morals into the children. You know, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like um that word is really something. It's really how people behave and how people act, but I don't believe that it's a disorder. I personally believe that it's just something that people have grouped together because there's so many different behaviors that these people display. So guess what? We can't figure out why the hell these people acting this way. So let's just give them a name. You narcissistic. No, you an asshole. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know you ain't supposed to do that. You know you ain't supposed to treat nobody like that. You know that because if somebody does it to you, then you feel that it's wrong. I feel that a person who has a disorder does not, you know, you know what I mean? If you know that you don't like that and somebody does that to you, there is not a damn thing wrong with you. That just means you're selfish. You have no morals, you have no values, and it's just the way that people are being raised now and then and whenever. And like it says, it's not something that you're born with. You can be born into a family that has, as they call it, narcissistic people. Because like I said, I can't say I'm gonna say narcissistic, even though I don't personally believe that that is a real disorder. But it is, but it ain't. Meaning, I think it's just something that we group to not we they group together as a name for people who behave this way. That's what I believe. Because if everybody has a narcissistic tendency, that means everybody's sick and some. I mean, when I was going through the thing and I had to go through this Medicaid training, one of the um, do you have uh, what was it? It wasn't this. Was it disorder? Was the word? Was the word he used? Do you have okay? So I'm gonna say disorder. I'm just for lack of I can't remember exactly what he said. And people in the class like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't got no disorder. And I was like, yeah, yeah. Everybody does. Everybody has something. You know what I mean? Because in that case, we will be God, or we would be the one. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's just just how I feel about it. So when a person is diagnosed as narcissist or whatever, no, you're not a narcissist. You're just an asshole. You know better. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. If somebody did that shit to you, you would not like it. So therefore, you know what the hell you doing. You just need. I ain't gonna say ass whipping because I ain't gonna promote violence. I don't understand this stuff, man. I mean, I understand what it is, but I don't understand why people just ugh, are just so evil, vindictive, because basically that's part of what it is. They're evil, they're vindictive, they're selfish. You know what I mean? Um, they're insecure. Just all kind of situations. Um, I know I was listening to Sweet Ma and TC Chronicles, and I forgot the other lady was on. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. Yeah, it was another person there. Um, D. D, something with Miss D. I can't remember her name. It's Miss D or something. I'm sorry. Anyway, they were saying a lot of times it comes from childhood traumas. Okay, I can believe that. But that goes back to what I was saying. They're not being taught any morals or values, or they're brought up in the household with somebody that has gone through something. So I would say that instead of it being grouped into something that says narcissistic or whatever, they need to go through and find out where the problem started. Because if the grandmother was molested or was forced to marry somebody like Celie on The Color Purple, you know how she had to be forced with Mister, then you can probably best believe that somewhere down the line there's going to be some, as they call it, narcissistic people in that family. Um, if the mama was raped by the granddaddy, I mean by the daddy or the granddaddy, you see what I'm saying? If something happened, or if somebody was beat to death in there, or somebody got unalive in the front of the person has nightmares. Somewhere down the line, there is going to be problems inside that household that leaks through to the other generations and so on and so forth. And it doesn't even have to be anything tragic. It could be something as though one of them did not have a parent to guide them. One of the parents could have been out of the house all the time working, trying to provide. And so that means that, and then they didn't have any other family. And so that means that there was no one there to teach their child into how to be decent, for that matter. All they knew is what they saw at school or in the streets. So that means that that child now becomes a free spirit. Now say this was a girl. Now with the girls it gets a little more difficult, because now girls can end up getting pregnant. Now, if this girl ends up getting pregnant and her mother is out working all the time trying to make a living, now the mother has to work a little bit more because now she got to take care of the daughter and the grandbaby unless they give the baby up for, and so on and so forth. Okay, you get that part. So that's what I'm saying. I just think it's like a blanket. Something's it's like a blanket. They just throw a group of situations in instead of getting to the bottom of the situation. That's what I believe. Sometimes partial way. And it could be because I haven't done a lot of research, but I can say based off of the narcissistic people that I've dealt with, there is definitely something wrong somewhere down the line in their generation or their family or whatever. There's definitely something wrong. So say for instance, you have a man who beats his wife. Why does he beat his wife? Because it could be because he saw his daddy beat his wife, his mama, or his girlfriend, or maybe his granddaddy, or maybe he saw his mama getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he saw his mama beating somebody up. Could it be something down that way? Or could it be maybe he's angry because something happened to them at school, or maybe he was getting bullied on by a girl while he was going to school? It could be anything. So I think, instead of just calling, I'm not talking about nobody now. I'm just talking about for our future generation. Now it's a wrap because these people now that are whatever, they just gonna be how they gonna be. But I'm talking about for our future generations. Instead of just putting them in a blanket, saying that they're narcissistic or they have narcissistic tendencies or they grew up in a narcissistic home, let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get to the roots. We have to stop labeling our children, because if you label your children, this is what they're going to believe they are, and this is how they're going to behave. Like me, I never told my children they were badasses. They're busy. I never told them they were stupid at all, and could nobody else call them stupid because it would be a whole problem. Now, what I would say to them if they're doing something like off the wall, boy, you better stop acting like you're stupid because you know damn well you're not. Okay, so this behavior that you're pretending or you're acting, we're gonna have a problem with it because you ain't by a long shot. But I'm not finna call them stupid because they know what the hell they're doing is not right. And that's what I say. People know the difference between right, wrong, good, bad. If a person feel like they could do something to you, but if you do something to them, you're dead ass wrong. And they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." They're a damn lie. They don't care. Period. That's my thought in a whole nutshell about that. I don't care. You can't tell me you did not know unless you are a tiny baby or little baby growing up who, you know what I mean? That's the only time you can tell me you don't know for a lot of stuff that people do, because these people sick. Go get some drink. Yeah, these people is like, fuck. I'll just get some drink at work. I'm trying to decide if I want to go in the store or not. I don't feel like it's cold enough. I'll go get something. But yeah, these people are very crazy, you know. So, um, I had I had some. Well, I ain't gonna even go into that because I don't know. I just don't feel like it. But what I will say is, for one instance, I will tell you this instance. So my mate, not currently with them anymore. Um, as a woman, I just whatever they wanted to do, it was cool with me. I didn't care what we did. As long as you happy, we fine. I don't care what you want to do. But now comes my birthday, and I want to do something for my birthday. Or while we don't do anything, I'm doing what you want to do while we don't ever, do anything or whatever. And his response to me was, I don't know where nothing is or nothing to do. And I looked at him and I said, don't play me for no damn fool. I said, just like you can find out what everybody in the fucking city lives by riding around and peep eyeing and looking, you can look on that computer, you can look in that phone book, you can look on the internet like you do for everything else you need and find something to do. So don't play me for no, don't play me like that. Now, had I had just said, oh, okay, I'll find something, now I have enabled that that shit. But when it came to his birthday, he expected for me to have everything lined up. I'm not sure if this is what he was dealing with before me or however it was. But if I had said, oh, I don't know, it would have been a whole problem. So my question to that was, how come you don't know when it comes to the other person, but you know it's wrong when it comes to you? So that's why I said when these people we say are narcissistic and all this kind of stuff, but they know when you do something wrong to them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on that too. But they know when you do something wrong to them, they ain't narcissistic. They just assholes. They just selfish. It's just something that they choose to be. They all for self. Cause I had a problem at one point. I didn't like. Now, mind you, I am a Leo. I am a Leo. My birthday is August 7th, so I'm a Leo. But I had so many bad encounters with Leos who were selfish as freak. I did not like Leos. I could not stand a Leo. I was like, ugh, they so selfish. You know, they get on my nerves. I can't believe somebody is that selfish in this world. Ugh, I was like, ugh, selfish, inconsiderate. I just did not like them because I ran across old ones, young ones, girls, boys, kid. I just had a problem with them. But I'm a Leo. So in my life, I chose not to be that person that I despise of because of the way that they behaved or the way that they treat people. In the long run, what did I get in what was my blessing, gift, whatever? A lot, let me tell you, it's hard. It's a hard lesson because people take kind people for a weakness. So I'm not saying we need to go back and do the same stuff they do to us and da da da, all this other kind of stuff. But what I am saying is they mama should have told they asses you do unto others as you want them to do unto you. That's what I'm gonna say, because that's what I was taught. That's why I do not believe in doing nobody bad, nobody wrong, mistreating nobody, or none of that. Like they say, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Excuse my French. I hope my mama ain't on here listening. But mama, you are, I love you. It's a lesson that you and my daddy taught me. They say my daddy used to tell, He used to teach me all the little sayings. See, she's, what do you say? She, see, ship, water brown, your black ass slip, you shoulder drown. Be expected when you least expect it. Boy, he used to tell me all them little sayings, and they meant so much to me. They got me ready for the world. Well, let me say they didn't get me ready for the world, but they hit them and my sons are the reasons that I stand before you today after growing up after misbehaving at 21. Guess why? Helping somebody else out pretty much changed my whole life. But it is what it is. I'm still here. Yep. Hold on. Let me take this. Happy? Hold on. Let me pay for my drink. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Do y'all have a store that when y'all go to it be playing that obnoxious ass music? Oh my God. I come to the 7-Eleven all the time. And most 7-Elevens now on the outside, which I, for the life of me, I can't understand why on the outside of the store they play this super loud, obnoxious music. If something was happening outside, you definitely could not hear that here on the inside what was going on. Uh, I was finna, I was about to say something, but I forgot. Let's talk about what my dad. My radio. Did anybody hear that radio? Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, Lewis Joseph, please be patient with me, love, because you know I was driving, I couldn't see. Robbie Thomas, you feel your narcissist spouse is a cheat and hides stuff from you on his or her phone. Contact with. Oh no, no, that was not my problem. Oh, this is an ad. Um, yeah. So, oh no, it's not an ad. Okay, Lewis, I'm sorry. I thought it was an ad. Hey y'all. Hey, hold on. Hey Glee. Hey Lysandra. Hey Lewis. Hey Dee Dee. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just driving and talking. I'm glad I didn't. I'm sorry. Y'all know I be trying to get to where I need to go without all that. But no, 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 no. So, um, like I said, like you said, all that stuff is piped up into one thing, one word, narcissist. So that's I'm not saying that what I'm saying is narcissist actually the term for these people, or is it just all this messed up shit is kind of in common, so they group it into a word that means narcissist? You know what I mean? Because in all actuality, this is just a, excuse my French, a fucked up person. You feel me? Or They're not messed up because God doesn't make anything messed up. I know I said God and effed up in the same sentence, but I really mean that. God doesn't make anything effed up. Technically, there's no such thing as a curse word because these words were not created back in the day. These are just descriptive words. Anywho, not descriptive. Yeah, descriptive, whatever word. Anyway, whatever word is, whatever I'm trying to say. But they still not right to be saying I got y'all. Okay. What I'm saying is like a thief. So if somebody takes something or steals something or picks up something that doesn't belong to them, we have created the word thief for that person. Or stink. If you don't smell like I think you should smell, or you don't smell like what we say is a natural smell, we say you stink. So we've grouped all these different meanings and stuff like this into this one word, and that's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Is it something like that? Because that's what I really believe. Because in my thought process, a narcissist is just a jacked up person that just do dirty stuff. You know what I mean? They just dirty because they feel like people are that's what I was going to talk about. People are obligated to do and give what they want. In other words, a spoiled child kid, like they ah, damn it. My car was clean. Ugh, uh, a spoiled person. You know what I'm saying? Like what was I watching? I think it was on Kevin's live. From night before last. You know how kids come into the world, they have no restrictions. They don't have a parent to tell them no, you can't have whatever. So all they know is to make a noise to get what they want. They don't get what they want. They have a temper tantrum or a fight. So is that what a narcissist is? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's so many different um things grouped up into one, when in all actuality it could come from not having the correct upbringing, having a as the girl Angie, lovely Angie, lovely me Angie, Angie lovely me had on her page, um childhood traumas. You know what I mean? It could be a number of things that cause this specific thing. And so, and instead of us taking it and diagnosing it correctly, we're just grouping it into one. Why do I say that? I'm going to take this all the way to health. For me, I have certain things going on with my body. And instead of them diagnosing them as individual situations to find out what it is and why it's like that, they group it all into one and call it fibromyalgia, right? Well, it's that and some other stuff, but they call it fibromyalgia. Now, under this fibromyalgia, there is like 95 different symptoms that cover from your damn toe to every grain in your hair. So is it fibromyalgia, or is it a vitamin deficiency, or is it, you know what I mean? Or is it because I wasn't eating right when I was younger, or is there some lupus or some Crohn's disease or some, you know what I mean? Or is it something else that is causing this? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm wondering, because I think giving the word a narcissist instead of calling it out for what it is, it's basically letting these people off who mistreat others, who dog people out, who do jacked up stuff. I think it's letting their asses off way too easy. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. That's my thought process on this. Hold on, yeah, I gotta take my phone down. Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't. I'm gonna take my camera off. Yeah, I know the deal up until I get parked, because I don't know what's going on. I turned the mic off instead of the camera. Hold on. Okay, I don't know what's going on the net right now. I don't know if they still doing jacked up stuff or not. But as soon as I get parked, I'll turn it back on. So that's my whole thought process. narcissistic, narcissist, whatever. It has so many freaking traits and symptoms and shit like that. Me knowing from having health problems and health issues, it has to, it needs to be narrowed down. It has to be narrowed down to me, not to everyone, but to me. I just go a little bit deeper than saying, oh, here's your blanket answer, and that's what it is. I don't live life on a blanket answer. I need detail. I need to know the origin. What they say in the spelling bees. What's its origin? origin, or whatever, however you say the damn word. But that's what I believe. That's my thought process. Being that it's environmental, hmm, that's telling you a whole lot right there of in of itself. And they went into that sometimes if you raised by a person who's has narcissistic traits or behaviors, then you can become, if you're if you can be. So I think instead of just saying that's what it is, because I know there's somebody who they were on there, they said they were diagnosed narcissists or whatever. I think something like that. Shit, I'm not parking in the back. Guess I ain't gonna have no choice. Um, they were diagnosed as a narcissist. No, you diagnosed as a narcissist, but you can sit there and tell us the shit that y'all do or they do is wrong. No, you know better. You know dang on better. You just do it because you choose to, and you've learned the power of manipulation. You feel me? You've learned the power of manipulation to get what you want out of people and taking people's choices. That's a whole nother thing for me. I can't stand that. But um, oh y'all, let me park. That's my thought on that little bit. Let me park, and then I'm gonna look and see what this comment says. I got a few. Don't y'all hate them big things at the pole be on, I mean the light be on, and then they be in your way from the parking spot, so you can't back all the way up because you gonna run into them. Man, they get on my nerves. All right, let me see. By the time that you feel a narcissist spouse cheat, suffers from you on his or her phone contact username. I saw it on Google Ads. I got and get your proof. Oh, oh shit. No, we don't have Louis Joseph. We don't have narcissist spouses or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to tell you, uh, we do not have the time. Gleason, that's why God is wheelchair. For real, don't take the wheels off of it. No, but for real, I ain't got the time and the space for that in my life. I just cannot put myself through that. Okay, let me go up here. Um, is there no therapy? They just carrying on generational course. Period. You are 100. That's for real. That's for real. Carrying it on. Yep. No, I'm just now going. This is one of my extra days. Um, that's all. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna say exactly what this is or what's going on or what I'm about to say. In my family, my mom told me about a generational curse that we had. And do you know, I'm not saying what's gonna happen from today on forward, because you never know. But during my time, I have done everything that I could to do the opposite of that generational curse. And it's a strong generational curse, like a real life curse. Um, and I feel like I'm not doing the curse. So I put my kids in the position and teach them things so that they don't do the curse, just like my mother did me. So at my mother and my grandmother, my grandmother, my grandfather, my mom and me, my dad, we're stopping that generational curse. Now, what goes on outside of this chain, we cannot control. We can't control this chain, but we have no say so. No, we can't do nothing for it. So we do whatever we can do on our end, which is talk, pray, help, love, love, whatever, teach, to try to stop that generational curse over here. Uh, yeah, that's what we try to do on this side. We can't control what other people say, do, or feel, but at least we can talk to each other, love each other, and try to figure out not how not to end up doing the things that previous generations have done, and how to become better. You know, I told y'all this before. Somebody told me a long time ago, you think your kids is better than everybody. You think your kids are, first of all, everybody's supposed to feel that way about their children. I think my children is the greatest people, little people in the world to me. How you feel about them? Shit, I don't give a freak. Or as Smokey say, I don't give a fuck. And guess what? They don't either. They don't care how you feel about them. It's not going to make them or break them or take away from the accomplishments that they have accomplished, the things that they have accomplished, or the things to come. That's what you have to teach your children. Keep your head up. I have boys, they're real tall. Put them shoulders back and put their head up. You don't walk all slinky and linked over with them shoulders down. We're not playing that. You are a man. You a handsome man. You gonna keep them shoulders up. Put that back up. One of my babies, um, I got ashtray in my car. Did I have a lot of ashes in there? Oh no. I thought I had a bunch of ashes in there. My baby boy, some of his friends was linky. And, you know, they stood the same because they was all tall. I told him, no sir, stand up. You're gonna have a hump in your back. And to ensure that he knew that what I meant and what I was serious, I went and got him just one of those things to hold you up like this. And it wasn't for him to wear because he didn't need them. It was for him to remember for a short period of time so that he can stand, so he could remember. Because when you're tired, the first thing you do is this. Well, if he's wearing it, the first thing he's going to do is just rest his body downward opposed to his, whatever, but them shoulders won't be up. As I said about the two brothers on Facebook, I call them the social media kings. As I say about my two sons, I have two kings. Not one king, not one and a half, but I got two whole kings. Two whole kings. And no matter what they do, they're going to always be my kings. I'm going to love them. And I'm going to always love them regardless. I just foresee them. Well, no. I just taught them to love themselves and know that they don't have to follow anybody else's standards as far as how they're supposed to dress, how they're supposed to look, what they're supposed to like. You know what I mean? What they're interested in, what they want to be. You are a person who creates your own destiny. I taught my oldest son, who went to school in North Carolina and South Carolina, passing them cotton fields was kind of bothering him. And my response to him was, that's history, not your story. You know what I mean? Don't let his story affect your future. Let his story just be a lesson for your future. Don't let it affect your future. You know what I mean? Because that's his story, not your story. I'm not telling him not to learn his history or anything like that, but what I told him is don't allow that history to basically make him angry and hateful and grateful hearted and feel like people are obligated, or you're what's the word, entitled. You know what I'm saying? Don't, because if you go around with that chip on your shoulder, it's a whole different kind of character, and it's not pretty. And that's what a lot of people, that's what some people have. I'm not gonna say a lot of people. That's what some people have. They have the feeling of entitlement because our ancestors were slaves. Check this out, bro. You were not back there in them fields with them. You cannot last an hour in them cotton fields with them. So get your entitled ass over there and go get on the job. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Um, you ain't even taking care of your woman or your babies. So how could it's like insulting when some of these people try to feel entitled. Maybe I'm going way back. I'm going back to the other way. Hold on. When some of these people try to feel like they're entitled or people are obligated because their ancestors were slaves, you are not a portion of the kind of man that your ancestor men were, or your ancestor women were. You know what I'm saying? You're not a portion of that. Because if you were, you would not be worried about what happened then. You'd be trying to get your butt over here and take care of your family and your kids and your life now. So anyway, that's just like a whole, yeah, I'm so goofy. I just be having nothing to talk about. I can go from side to side. But I'm gonna get off because I gotta get myself ready to go in this building. And whoever on here, I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I just had a thought. That was just my thought. I just want to know, is it just a blanket word for all these people who do excuse my French when I say this. Is narcissist a blanket word for all these people who do fuck shit because they feel like they're obligated or entitled because of their upbringing or what they went through when they were younger, or their childhood traumas or their tragedies, or let's just put it this, overlooked sicknesses, illnesses, or traumas? Is that what a narcissist is? Because what I think we need to do is stop pacifying the bastards and let them know, if somebody did this to you, would you feel like it was wrong? Of course, they're going to say, no, it is what it is. All fair and love and war. You're lying. Because the first time somebody does it to you, you're going to be all up in your feeling. You're going to feel like Sweet Mom say, you're going to feel like the victim, blah, etc. That means that you knew it was wrong. So therefore, it's not a mental disorder. Because it's just something that you choose to do because you feel like you can get away with it, because you feel like people won't. You what is the word? You search out people like me who are love, kind, giving, or people who are, as they say, easily manipulated, when that's kind of not the case, or other people who have gone through traumas and they're looking for that what's what they say in Why Did I Get Married? That hero syndrome kind of thing. That's what they search out. And that's just not fair. But anyway, y'all, I gotta get ready to get my butt off of here because I got to get ready to go. And y'all enjoy. I will come back again. I'm gonna start going back a little bit more. It's kind of calming down a little bit. I'm not finna, all this arguing and all this bickering and this shit. I know I did laugh at Kevin. Yes, yes, yes. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna do is here to laugh, giggle, joke a little bit, and ask questions. But I will talk to y'all later. Y'all sleep well for me, because I'm not going to sleep till tomorrow. Or it's tomorrow for y'all. So I'll say later on in the mountain sometime. Y'all be easy and stay out of trouble. Yeah, think about that. Is narcissist a blanket word for people who know what they doing wrong, but they feel obligated, entitled, traumatized from some kind of way, or whatever? That's just my question. Okay, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I got to get on.